Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. And if you have eyeballs and you can see in the screen right now that we have a graph trending upwards. This is a beautiful orange line inside of Ahrefs, and that's because today we're going to be talking about a specific case study revolving around SEO and posting blog posts inside of your website and how that can benefit your overall site's traffic and what you can do to do that. So if we zoom into the graph a little bit and we zoom into, let's say, March, that's when this specific French company, this is a company based in France, started working together with the tool that I'm going to show you today in today's video to basically use AI to create blog posts. Not only generate the content of the blog post, but generate the structure, generate the different images inside of the blog post, generate the different internal links, external links, and so on and so forth. And as you can see, from March 2024, organic traffic 875 per month, or 300 actually, and then it went up to 400, then 800 to 1,000 to 2,000, and then eventually hit a peak over here in January 2025, almost 20K in monthly traffic. Then it went down a little bit, but then after a few months started hitting traction again, going upwards. And today it is already going at this, incredible upwards projection. And at the same time, you can see this blue line, which basically means referring domains. So it's also using this AI tool to create different referring domains. So yeah, this is basically the trajectory of this specific company and their website. And most of their traffic obviously coming from France because this is a French company. Almost 30% of the share of the traffic is coming from France, but you also have a large portion coming from Italy, from Germany, from the German-speaking countries, and from Spain. And the estimate amount of monthly organic traffic is around 23K. As you can see, 3K from last month and 4,000, a little bit over 4,000 in monthly value. This is basically the estimated value of your target's monthly organic search traffic. And if we go ahead and look at these different top pages over here, I can't show you the URL of the site. I could tell you that it is about gold. Like the whole site is about gold, and they also sell gold in the website. But most of the traffic is coming from places with different languages, but it's mostly coming from blog posts, right? So if I were to, go over here and look at these sites, which I'm going to hide in this video, if I were to go here and look at all these sites, most of them are going to have that /blog or /post in their URL slug. And from a first glance, we can already see that the specific website has, these links up here that can easily help you navigate. We have the title, we have different social sharing options over here with all of these different options. We have the ability to comment. We have the author of the post. We have the post date, just from March from this year. We have the category, which is another big thing. We have this side thing over here, which shows like different call to actions. We have 4 call to actions. We even have a summary option over here. And this specific post is in Spanish. So the method of what they do here is they translate all of these different posts in the different European languages. So you'll get also Italian, German, French. And not only do you have this nice setup, you have a very, straight to the point content over here. So, important points. The most important thing is that the content that this specific website is trying to post, it satisfies the user search intent. So right now the question is, what is an ounce of gold and what's the value of it, right? So it's just important that you give the reader the answer as soon as possible. And then you start breaking down the answer so that the reader can be a little bit more interested in learning more about the answer. So you have the definition of an ounce of gold, you have the origins, you have the importance in the market for precious metals. And not only that, but you have different images as well generated by this AI tool. Everything is all centralized in this one AI tool. And you have a bunch of different contents, again, with different internal links, with different external links, with quotes, with different formats, with bullet points, so many different types of formatting options that you can apply to it. And then at the end, obviously a conclusion and other sources to other articles inside of their website. And again, another call to action. Now, what is their main selling point? Well, gold. They sell gold, but they also sell silver, right? They sell other precious metals, right? So under each of these, they have their own types of content categories. So for example, in gold, you have a bunch of different questions or different keywords related to gold. So like, for example, worth, right? You have like location, for example. You have how-tos or why. And since gold is something valuable, you have also other things like, for example, buying homes or buying cryptocurrency or the stock market. So all of these different things can be potential blog posts that you can write in relation to gold. And again, at the end of this, for example, if you have some type of paid guide, let's say that this purple block, or this, let's make it yellow, this is a paid, a paid guide that you want to sell, or you even want to sell gold that's going to be much more expensive, right? You can have these two at the bottom of all of these different all of these different blog posts. So basically, you have something about worth, it takes you to this, how to this, and then all of these different blog posts can connect to each other, obviously. And you can see from this specific website all of the different keywords, organic keywords that they are using. They all have a very low keyword difficulty, but they all have a pretty good search volume. As you can see, keyword difficulty 1, 900, 1, 1K, 1, 3.5K, 0, 2.7K, 1, 1.6K. And they're basically collecting a large group of different keywords that have a low keyword difficulty, but also have a large search volume and are just pumping out high-end content revolving these keywords and revolving the call to actions that they have in their website. And again, they're all using an AI tool. In this case, they're using Arvow.com. And Arvow, I know that I sound like a broken record because I talk about Arvow in most of my videos. I would say almost all of my videos. Arvow is just a fantastic tool to go, and if you have a company, if you have an agency, if you have a consultancy, if you have a product, right, an e-commerce store, this is the best place to just look for keywords and pump out a bunch of content related to your keywords. And it's not like, you can use ChatGPT obviously to give it keywords and ask you for some type of content regarding this keywords. You're gonna see that ChatGPT sounds kind of like an AI, or you can try using like N8N workflows or Make.com workflows. That's a lot of work. I've done a few of those tutorials in my own channel. So inside of Arvow, you can go ahead and click on SEO article, and we can say like gold investment guide, and add this keyword. And then you can basically find all of your different keywords that you have added to your profile. And then you can go ahead and basically set up the article, right? You can set up the specific blog post. So for example, you can generate a title with this focus keyword, and our focus keyword is gold investment guide, your go-to gold investment guide. We can generate extra keywords based on this. So we can even create even more blog posts with all of these. So how to invest in gold, best ways, gold, bullion investing, understanding gold ETFs, pros and cons of gold. And these aren't just random keywords. These are actually curated by AI. AI knows exactly that these are the right keywords to use. You can generate an outline here in Arvow. So it basically creates like the whole outline of the blog post, create the content. You can choose the language you want. For example, we can choose like Spanish if we wanted to. We can choose a target country. Spanish in Argentina is different to Spanish in Mexico, for example, or in the United States. We can do this. We can do sarcastic as well. Point of view, automatic, first person plural, formality, formal or informal. For the knowledge base, you can connect it to your own website. You can add your sitemap to connect different internal links that you have. If you already have some blog posts, you can already connect them here. You can add external links. Maybe you have some type of cool link somewhere that talks about your brand. You can add that here, or you can exclude external links. So for example, if you have some type of competitor, you don't want to talk about them, you can do that here. And then obviously you can generate images with AI, and you can automate YouTube videos. They can find YouTube videos for you, put them into your blog posts. You can obviously check this out if you want, but it basically adds YouTube videos into your posts. Let's go ahead and click on Save Changes. And basically we get our blog post done. We have the title, we have the different points here, we have our images generated by AI. We can even choose them and like basically change them with AI, add an extra prompt, and even you can add a unicorn on top of this gold bar if you wanted to. You can upload your own images. You can select text, go like this, add keywords or add links. So for example, we can click on add external links, and once it finishes loading, it basically gives us different suggestions for different words over here. Obviously this is in Spanish, but they basically link out to other websites. We have our YouTube video, and since we asked it to make it in Spanish, the YouTube video is even in Spanish as well, which is pretty interesting. And then at the end, you have different frequent questions. You can even write down like your own things over here if you wanted to add your own type of call to action. So this is kind of like the best blog post generator with AI in the world. Once you're done, you can click on publish article. You can save the article, you can download the article and then publish it manually if you wanted to, but you can also, connect your website, whether it be WordPress or Shopify or something like that. You can connect it and it can publish automatically to your own CMS. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want me to talk about other topics, please let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye.